Look in the locker room moments before this huge game. All focus on this postseason. Real tense in there. Both teams taking the temperature of this series in Game 1. Now they know what to expect. Let's get going on Game 2 of the Western Conference quarterfinals. Brian Anderson with you. Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the fourth member of our team, Allie LaForce. Two elite centers from tip-off to the final buzzer, Grant. We should have a battle on our hands tonight.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. And, you know, in games like this, it's important to give space for your big guys to compete. The last thing you want is to overcrowd the paint and end up taking an elbow.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Here's McDaniels. That shot, no good. Outside Johnson. Murray passes to Gordon. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Outside McDaniels. This one for 3. Jokic grabs the board. And here's Denver. Pass to Johnson. The 3. Randall pulls down the board. And so Randall will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Here is DiVincenzo. Hooking. And it's Randall with the assist.
We know Julius Randle can score, but that scoring ability will be set up by that kind of play. What a pretty pass from the big man.
Some breakthrough contributions for the Nuggets from Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon. Grant elevating their games.
But at the same time, Denver's depth has been a concern. You know, B.A., we know what Jokic can do, but he needs help to win another ring.
McDaniels from long range. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
You have to anticipate those quick release opportunities. Jaden McDaniels ready on the catch.
Johnson a screen on Randall. Top of the key. And again, it's Denver missing.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Can't hit from in close. The Nuggets have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And it's Jokic, that time on the assist by Brown.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. DiVincenzo against Murray. Pass to Edwards. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Anthony Edwards just reading what the defense giving up. Gets to his mid-range game right there.
Brown against Edwards. Brown passes to Murray. Buries it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. The Timberwolves lead by 3. And Grant, this defense of the Timberwolves, one of the league's stingiest.
Well, if you look up and down their lineup, not many weak links for opponents to target. And then, of course, you've got 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, on that back line. BA, they're tough.
Now here's Jones. Outside Hardaway from deep. Minnesota with a rebound. Clark with it, now guarded by Brown. Dosunmu, pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Anderson. Now here's Highland. Another miss by Minnesota.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now here's Jones. He's covered by Dosunmu. Jones, the pass to Valanciunas. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Takes great confidence in catch-and-shoot situations, and you can see how comfortable Valanciunas is in that opportunity. Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's Minnesota up by 2. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And let's get you back to the action as Game 2 is getting underway. And when you consider how Minnesota is doing, guys, your thoughts?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
Now here's Clark. Still without a bucket. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Randall, pass to Reed. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets trail. Pass to Brown. And here's Hardaway. He's covered by Dosunmu. Watson passes to Hardaway. Releases. And he can't bank that one in.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
George, something everybody likes about Naz Reid is his energy. It's infectious.
This is why the fans love him. And what I admire most about Naz, yes, he's been effective off the bench. He's been able to fit into any lineup. Every year the coaching staff comes in and says, I'm not sure where he fits, and Naz finds a way to carve out a role. Big jelly in the house.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me. Back to you.
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A different look for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Johnson comes in for Brown, and Brown subbed in for Hardaway. And then for Minnesota, Gobert's checked in for Reed. Jaden McDaniels comes in for Clark. And it's Anthony Edwards in for Highland. Here's DeSumo. Yet to see a basket. Randall outside. Edwards looking it over. Picked by Gobert. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
And Grant, David Adelman, a second-generation NBA head coach, grew up immersed in the game.
Yeah, B.A., basketball was a family obsession. David, a ball boy for the Blazers in the 90s, went on to coaching, which he's done for decades. His whole life has led him to this.
And the Timberwolves with possession here, following that last three-pointer by Denver. Clock at 6. McDaniels finds Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Jokic will bring it up for Denver. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Pass to Brown. Jokic against Gobert. With the floater. Good D by Gobert. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall pass to DeSumo. It's McDaniels on the wing. Covered by Johnson. Again the miss by Edwards. Denver has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Murray. Oh, Murray getting it done in tight.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Randall outside. Outside McDaniels. Randall outside. Misses and the dry spell continues. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. And it's Randall with the jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Denver. They lead by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Greetings, one and all. The postseason drama we love, and no disappointment here as it's a close game so far for the Denver Nuggets.
Well, they've got this crowd on the edge of their seats. It's been one heck of a game. And if they continue to play well, they're going to take control of this series.
Wouldn't that be a nice treat for these fans? An interesting postseason for the Nuggets. Guys, game 1 went the way we thought it would. The higher seed taking a 1-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, if they can take game 2 as well, that'll put them in a very comfortable position.
Absolutely. Take care of business. Enjoy that home cooking.
Home cooking. Making me hungry. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And thanks for sticking with us as this round 1 game continues. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves. Okay, Shams, thanks for the update. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall outside. Outside McDaniels. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
One shot. That one drops. He ties it up. Well, Grant, we've heard Anthony Edwards talk about trusting his teammates. He understands you need everybody.
Yeah, a lot falls on his shoulders offensively with this team, BA. So those playmaking decisions in the moment, a lot easier said than done.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball. Brian, back to you.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul. Here's Randall to the left side wing. Gobert passes to DiVincenzo. Over Murray. DiVincenzo can't hit. The Nuggets lead by 3. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Brown passes to Murray. Gordon with a screen on DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. Murray finds Brown. On the wing, Murray. Three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 3. Randall pass to Gobert. Brown against Edwards. Great D that time from Brown.
You'd rather see him dunk that. Impose your will if you can.
Doris, what's amazing about Ant-Man, he's worked to become an elite floor spacer.
The reason that's important, BA, is because we know what a dangerous driver and what a force at the rim Anthony Edwards can be. What I love is he's worked to become a legit threat, and he leaned heavily into that three-point game. So important in the modern NBA.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. The Nuggets making a switch here. Watson's checked in. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Desumu's checked in. Minute 32 left in the third quarter. Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. McDaniels from long range. Watson with the rebound. The Nuggets lead by 5. Back to Jokic. Jokic just overpowering the D.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Floats one, and the basket by Edwards. Edwards has got his second basket of the game.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
We've seen this before from Murray. In big games, too, a dynamic score.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Here's Gobert. Ooh, Gobert in traffic connects.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Leading by 5. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Watson. Gets the 3 to fall. Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passing.
Outside Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Nuggets on top, leading by 8. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Thanks for joining us again for round 1 of the NBA playoffs. Randall, the pass to Reed. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Murray. The Nuggets lead by 8. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to DeSumo. Here's Reed. Randall, right side. Outside, Highland. And a miss there on the triple.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
Miscommunication oftentimes leads to turnovers. That's something they'll want to discuss.
And Denver will go for a different look here. Jokic is checked in for Valanciunas. Gordon comes in for Watson. Cam Johnson, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Christian Brown in for Hardaway. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Clark. Anthony Edwards is checked in for DeSumo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Outside Brown. Now Gordon. Beyond the arc. Booyah! He sinks the triple.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And stolen by Brown. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jokic. Look at Jokic going to work inside.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Edwards. Now Gobert. Stolen by Jokic.
You know that the pass is for Aaron Gordon, but his athleticism takes any defense out of the equation. Doing work, Aaron Gordon.
McDaniels outside. Now Randall. Puts it up. Gobert. And Gobert flushes it home.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Jokic. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one of a kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
And he makes a first. And Jokic drops them both. And after some uncertainty, the Timberwolves moving forward under new governorship doors.
Boy, B.A., that sale process was long and obviously at times quite contentious. I believe the organization has to be thrilled that that is finally in the past, because what you want to do is focus on trying to continue the Wolves' recent run of success. There's a lot to be excited about with this young group.
Murray. Bucket!
And so that's the end of game two. No question, this is a big win for the Nuggets.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
This team is playing with confidence and heart right now. They're in control of this series so far.
Yeah, no question. They're the more cohesive team right now, and just going out there and executing their game plan.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Jamal Murray.
Boy, it's not just the scoring he gave them. It was the efficiency with which he did it.
Clock is at 3. Shot is good by Gordon.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Pass to Edwards. They need this. Denver grabs the miss. Now Brown. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
And that about wraps it up from here, folks. We hope you've enjoyed our broadcast of the NBA's Western Conference quarterfinals. For Doris Burt, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And we present the player of the game, Jamal Murray.